Holy shit.
What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. This week I have a pretty special project planned. A close friend of mine is planning on proposing to his girlfriend. They actually re-met about 3 or 4 years ago at my first art gallery. And so he's come to me and requested a painting of the proposal itself. It's a little bit of a tough project because I'm only going to have about half the reference material than what I would normally use. So I've been down to the location with him and taken a bunch of photos, but I'm not going to have any photos of the couple in the actual location. So what I'm going to do is use a blend of a bunch of stock photos and a bunch of imagery that I have of the couple, and I'll sort of create a bit of a composition in Photoshop and we'll use that as our reference material. Working on a 24 by 36 inch canvas, going to be painting with really thick, large brush strokes, probably doing a lot of work with the palette knife as well. And yeah, it's going to be a pretty epic project. So I'll take it across the computer, I'll show what I've got so far, and we'll dive into painting. So the very first thing that I did is that I went down to the location itself with Jack, and we sort of scouted where we wanted the proposal / painting to actually take place. This was essentially going to be the only reference material that I was going to have for the painting, so it was sort of important to me to get a strong reference for the actual landscape itself. And then from there, essentially we sort of discussed potentially having the band integrate into the artwork as well, but that kind of got a bit complicated because I wasn't able to get any reference material of the band itself going forward. So we decided to just stick with the couple. So basically I've just used a Shutterstock image here just to get my composition right, played with the overall sort of contrast and colors slightly, brought in a nicer skyline before finally just doing a quick digital sketch of how I wanted Jack and Tess to look in the painting, in particular their outfits, how Tess's hair and Jack's hair look from behind, and yeah, then it was time to start painting. It was quite difficult to work with such limited reference material, but it proved to be quite the challenge, and yeah, I ended up having quite a lot of fun with it. So right now I'm just really loosely washing in my background, fleshing out where all my colors are going to go, and essentially just getting rid of all of the white on the canvas before I start to really develop my form and structure using the palette knives. I kind of just like to do this as a bit of a base when I'm starting out painting in this sort of particular style. Just give me a little bit of a blueprint and a little bit more to work with as opposed to just a sketch, and then it also allows me to put less paint on when I am building with the palette knife and show some of that underpainting if I decide to, which sometimes I like to do just to break it up a little bit and give a little bit sort of more depth and form to the overall painting. But yeah, this bit is really quick. It'll probably only take me about 10 minutes or so just to really loosely flesh out this background, and then we can bust out the palette knives and get stuck in. I've just gone ahead and mixed up a whole bunch of paint for my sunset section. I tested a little bit of paint over here before that I thought was yellow, but it's actually gold, so I've scrapped that. Just working with a bit of a gradient from sort of darkest to lightest and then through to blue. And then I've also just gone ahead and added some red into this yellow, just because I really want that to be separate and to look different as opposed to the sand. And just once again, same as last time, I'm using this heavy gel, which basically you just mix into your paint, and it adds a lot more sort of structure. As you can see, the paint's not really runny at all, and that allows me to add these nice thick strokes of paint on the canvas with a knife. And yeah, so far the painting's coming along pretty well. I've got about 6 days to get this finished, and yeah, we're on track at the moment. Just waiting to hear back from the client about what the couple is going to be wearing on the day, so I'm sort of leaving this bottom section to last. But yeah, so far so good. Overall, I was really stoked with how this piece eventuated, and especially with the final result. It's always a little bit sort of daunting and takes a different approach when you have limited reference material to work from, especially when some of the details were so important to get right. But yeah, overall had heaps of fun with the painting, and they were really stoked with the painting on the day. As you're going to see at the end of the video, I got a pretty good reaction out of Jack when he came to pick it up, and Tess was really surprised and loved the painting on the day itself as well. The day itself actually went really well. Jack had a lot of small additions to the plan, and there was a lot of things that could have gone wrong, but it all went off without a hitch, which was fantastic. When we rocked up to the beach, there was actually another band playing who just so happened to finish up about 15 minutes before our band was to start playing. As well as that, Jack and Tess ended up taking a different route down from the pub to where the proposal was going to take place, and almost ran into the second group of friends that were there hiding, which definitely would have ruined the surprise and thrown a massive hammer in the works. But yeah, surprisingly, everything went really well. The day went perfectly, really. She was super shocked, super happy. And yeah, overall, I'm just really stoked for them. It feels pretty special to be part of the reason why they came together, and then to sort of celebrate that with this awesome painting. So Jack and Tess, if you're watching this, congratulations. I love you lots. So the painting's finished up now. The only thing I've got left to do is to varnish it. I'm just using this gloss varnish because I really wanted to have that high gloss content and give those different layers of the structure in the paint a chance to reflect and get nice and shiny, just to add to the overall effect. So I'm just going to work my way across the canvas, sort of top to bottom, left to right sort of vibe. This varnish goes on really milky, but yeah, it dries clear. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking using it, but it always comes through. And then we'll be done. Jack's coming to pick it up tonight, and the proposal is on the weekend.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Man, that's incredible.
Yeah, happy with it?
Oh, dude. Man, that is incredible, dude. That is seriously so good. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
oh, what the hell? Look at that.
Yeah.
That is so cool.